Craig, tell us a bit about yourself and your role in your organisation, where you're from.
I'm a public health manager. I work for NHS Bedforshire in the public health department, and I am responsible for a lot of the prevention programmes, so NHS health checks, which looks at cardiovascular risk in 40 to 74-year-olds, and then healthy weight or obesity and physical activity across all age ranges. I line manage the tobacco control manager, so we bring a lot of prevention programmes together.
Great, and obviously you've got a broad remit looking across public health, but with specific focus on physical activity. Why should physical activity be considered core business of the NHS? What's the value in doing that?
I've got to say I'm amazed that it's not. I've only been in the NHS for about 6 years. But if you look back at 1994, in the Lancet, the UK's foremost medical journal, it said as headline banner, physical activity, today's best buy in public health. It was in 1994. And we are where we are today. Drugs treat a thing, so you might take statins if you want to reduce your cholesterol, or antihypertensives to reduce hypertension. But most, if not all, drugs have some sort of side effect, and they treat the thing, so statins tend to treat cholesterol. But exercise, if you prescribe exercise, treats cholesterol and blood sugar and a range of cancers and mild to moderate mental health issues. So it treats a whole range of things. It's very cost effective. We've got the evidence for that. And unlike most drugs, it really doesn't have any side effects, aside perhaps from making you feel a bit happier about yourself. So it needs to be viewed as a treatment as much as it is as a prevention programme.
Great, and in that case the key seems to be building bridges between the medical community and the activity sector. How would you go about doing that? What's the best way that we can build those bridges?
I think you have to start at the beginning, which is where GPs and other medical professionals train. So GPs train over about 5 years, and within that, historically, within that 5-year period, there's been no training around physical activity, which is astonishing. Now moves are already afoot to change that, so GPs are being trained about the roles of physical activity, so new GPs coming in will see that. Other training programmes need to be taken out to GPs who are already in post, and we had William Bird speaking earlier, so it's much easier if we can find some people who are GPs with that knowledge and that interest going to talk to GPs. It's obviously much easier to talk peer to peer. And then I think to continue to build the evidence around physical activity as a intervention, perhaps more than a prevention, because GPs deliver an intervention first. And I think that will slowly build the awareness up.
Great, so how do you plan on working with UK Active moving forward? UK Active, new brand, what's your instant reaction to it, and what do you think its role should be moving forward?
My instant reaction is fantastic. Why not a few years ago, but it's great we are here. I mean, the Fitness Industry Association has some sort of airs and graces about it, and I think people thought some of it was a barrier. But UK Active says exactly what it's meant to be about, physical activity in the UK. We've got the evidence for that. Now, as it happens in Bedfordshire, we've got Team Beds and Luton, which is the county sports partnership. They're quite forward-thinking. They asked me to join their board about a year ago, which I did. So we've actually started working with UK Active already. So the county sports partnership of Bedfordshire, which is Team Beds and Luton, public health in NHS Bedfordshire, the local authorities and UK Active is now have got together to put a bid in for Sport England money to use sport as a treatment for people coming out of the NHS health checks, which is quite a unique concept. And I think the fact that it's going to be UK Active from now on is going to make it much easier for us to push that really positive component of sport and physical activity with the evidence being the treatment programme.
Great. Craig, one final question. It's one question we've asked everyone so far. How do you keep active yourself?
Right. I'm an exercise physiologist by trade, and as I've gone up the ladder, I spend more and more time in front of a computer, so mostly I'm in front of a computer now. So I cycle to work when I can, and all day, every day when I'm in front of my computer, I sit on a ball. Now, I've done that for a while, so I've learned to sit on the ball so I don't have to have my feet on the floor. So although it doesn't look like I'm moving much, I'm in a constant state of movement, so otherwise I'd fall off the ball, obviously. So that keeps my muscles moving all day long. Interestingly, it keeps me quite warm as well. I have to have the window open next to me, people get upset. And then I've got a 6-year-old girl, which is fantastic because you can do all the sorts of things that you actually really want to do, but are a bit embarrassed as an adult because you just have a 6-year-old in tow and say, I'm doing it for her. So a combination of those things.
Great, all right. Thanks very much, Craig.
You're welcome. Thank you.